It sounds like a movie plot about a kind of terrorism, but this story from Dallas is real. A woman in Dallas has the city's heart pounding because she says she has AIDS and wants revenge. She's believed to be young and beautiful. She calls herself CJ. Others call her the Black Widow. She says she's prowling the city's nightclubs and bars and sleeping with as many men as she can. John Quinones begins his report with the haunting voice of CJ, a woman who says she's out to get even.
No one right now could change my mind about what I do because I'm very angry, very angry.
This is an audio recording of the woman who claims to be the AIDS victim. An interview with Dallas radio talk show host Willis Johnson.
Do you feel guilty at all about
doing what I'm doing?
Yeah.
No, I don't. I wanted a marriage. I wanted children. I can't do that now. I blame it on men, period. Not just one man. He gave it to me, but I'm doing it to all the men because it was a man that gave it to me.
I was afraid. On the other end of the phone was a devastating woman. I mean, that she was cold, calculating, and just methodical about what she was doing.
Do you frequent all clubs?
Mm-hmm. Especially Dallas. Men are so weak here in Dallas. Behind a pretty woman, sexy body.
But CJ, realize how many lives you are affecting here? Men who have families and children and...
Well, that's not my concern. That's their concern.
Do you feel anything at all?
No, I don't.
Nothing?
Nope. Revenge.
For the last 2 weeks, George West, Assistant District Attorney for Dallas County, has been touring the bar scene in search of the woman he calls the Typhoid Mary of the 90s.
I'm in the process of investigating what you might have heard on the news about a person named CJ. Are you familiar with her?
I believe so, the girl that's trying to transmit AIDS.
Right. She's obviously an angry, frustrated person, willing to have sex with anyone, single men, married men, young, old, whoever it is that fits a fancy that she feels she can get back at. She's getting back at men, period.
14 minutes before 6 o'clock. This is the Willis Johnson Morning Show.
CJ, if you are listening, we do want to talk with you.
Disc jockey Willis Johnson believes he may be the only person who can identify CJ. He's helped an artist sketch this drawing of her, a light-skinned black woman in her late 20s, 5'5", and weighing about 120 pounds. Johnson is convinced he met the woman 2 years ago after he received a threatening letter signed CJ. The same note, he says, that was published in Ebony magazine last month. In it, the writer says, "I have AIDS. No one knows it. I sleep with 4 men a week, sometimes more. 48 men so far. If I have to die of a horrible disease, I won't go alone." Johnson didn't think much of the letter until a few days after he received it, when he came face to face with a mysterious woman in a darkened dance hall.
It was a night in December 1989. Willis Johnson was making a promotional appearance at this shopping mall, hosting a radio version of The Dating Game. Suddenly, he was approached by a well-dressed and attractive young woman claiming to be CJ. "I'm here to tell you," she said, "that I'm serious about these threats. If I'm going to die of AIDS, I'm taking as many men as I can along with me." She then quickly disappeared into the night.
Why didn't you stop her?
You know, I feel bad about that now because I really didn't take her seriously then.
But they're taking her seriously now.
I don't have nothing to do with no CJ. No?
She should be prosecuted as a murderer, definitely.
The person I remember was extremely attractive.
That's right. That's why I do what I do, because it's very easy.
The intentional spreading of AIDS is a felony under Texas law. But since no one has filed a complaint against CJ, Dallas police had refused to investigate. Yesterday, they joined in the search in response to a public outcry and pressure from George West.
Every day that I wake up and have not found CJ, I realize somebody's life could be in danger. Because she's out there. She can be having sex on that very day.
That's right. I have have a date tonight when I get out from work.
In the interview, CJ says she comes from a good family and is financially well off. She claims she was infected with the AIDS virus by a white man, but that she's determined to spread it around to both white and black men.
What if this is a hoax?
That woman's for real. I believe that woman. You can hear it in her voice. She is off.
Anger, revenge, emotions well understood by other AIDS victims.
So all of you know exactly what CJ is going through.
These patients have tested positive for the AIDS virus. They're so ostracized by society that they're afraid to show their faces on camera. But they insist CJ's angry reaction is not unusual. Last year, Charles went through the same thing.
I felt extremely angry, like I wanted to go on a search and destroy mission.
Even against the innocent ones?
To me, nobody was innocent. I was the one infected. I'm mad as hell, and because I don't feel I deserve this, and
somebody's going to pay.
Somebody should pay.
Already, publicity surrounding the case of CJ has spurred public awareness. AIDS outreach groups are now handing out CJ T-shirts, leaflets, even condoms to promote safe sex.
When was the last time you had sex without a condom, without protection?
The Dallas Health Department's AIDS hotline has received 1,200 calls in just the last 3 days, more than in all of last month.
What scares me is CJ's vocal. That's not what scares me, because we know she's out there, but it's the silent ones. There could be hundreds of silent CJs out there that we just don't know about.
On the streets of Dallas, George West continues his search for the CJ he knows is out there, the CJ with the cryptic warning.
I know I'm going to die, but I don't know when. I don't know why it happened to me, but there's a reason why it happened to me. This is why I'm doing it too. People I can do it too.
I look at a beautiful community, and I know that there's a walking plague out there. I know that CJ is out there. She could be anywhere.
I'm doing it to all the men because I'm very angry. Very angry.
And as of tonight, the Dallas DA's office and police continue to follow leads, but so far have made no arrests.